Hey guys, it's Rachel Rivera. So I was challenged by Kat Zapanta to do a 30-day record yourself challenge. And today's topic is your top 3 fears. Now, for those of you who know me, I hate doing this. I hate recording myself live like this without a million takes. I'm doing this all in one take because my first biggest fear is exactly this, is talking on camera in front of people. And I didn't used to have this problem. For those of you who know me, who used to live in the towers in Italy, who was in the military, know that my dad used to have a cable channel, or he used to have my dad used to be the cable man, and he had his own channel called the Cool Ghoul channel. And basically, I had my own cooking corner, my own cooking show. I was, the Cool Ghoul's mom, the old lady. I did a lot of impromptu stuff. I had no fears on camera. And since a few incidences happened, which one of them was as I was cooking something, I was, on my cooking channel teaching how to make, I believe it was, I forget what it was. It was a vodka sauce, I think. Spaghetti with a vodka sauce. And you have to pour, that's what it was. You have to pour the vodka when you're sauteing olive oil and garlic and your onion, and then and it's hot oil. Then you got to pour half a cup of vodka in there for it to evaporate. And we had gas burners, and I obviously didn't calculate that it was going to bubble up and then it would catch on fire. So my dad's recording, everybody's in there watching. I was always impromptu. I never had a script. And so I pour this vodka in this pot or in this pan, starts to bubble up, and then some of the splatters were going, into the flame. All of a sudden, as I'm looking, this flame goes whoo, like that, and literally singes my eyelashes, my eyebrows a little bit, and the hairs in my nose. And I'm like, whoa, like that. And then I turn and I go, cut. And my dad goes, keep rolling. So I had to keep rolling after that. So he didn't cut, edit, splice. He didn't do any of that. The next day, when I went to the towers to go hang out and to go to the office, I had the entire 8 Western Towers. When they saw me, they're like, oh my God, are you okay? And they were like making fun of me, laughing, but in a good way, saying, you're famous, you're popular. That kind of embarrassed me. So since then, and a few other instances, but that was the main one, I kind of have this fear of messing up, or not missing my lines, or forgetting something, or saying something stupid or whatever. But now I'm doing this in one take, and I don't care if I say anything stupid. And if any of you have anything to say in Italian, you know what I'm going to say. Anyway, so my second fear is my fear of spiders and bugs, but mainly fear of spiders. I have a very similar story, Kat, but I was 15 or 16 still when I lived in Italy, and it wasn't as big as a tarantula, but it was half the size of that you showed on the video today. It was brown and it was hairy, and my parents had bought a villa. Actually, they bought 2 villas, and they knocked the wall down and connected the 2 villas. So now we were like in a 5 or 6 bedroom, villa, and I claimed, the first week we stayed there, I claimed the bedroom, the last, on the very end. So I had my own wing of the house, my own bathroom. Nobody would bother me. As a 15-year-old, that was awesome. And so basically what ended up happening was I was sleeping. It was the first day of summer, and so I was sleeping in. It was on a Saturday, and I feel this tickle on my hand. And I'm like half awake, half asleep, and I'm like, oh, this damn bracelet. I thought I had a bracelet on. I thought the bracelet was tickling my hand. This happened a couple times. I felt this tickle. And then all of a sudden I woke up and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have a bracelet. At the time I had glasses, so I couldn't see. All I saw was a shadow, a brown shadow. So I kind of go like this, and I put my glasses on, and I see this brown spider is just spread his legs and start to walk. And I literally opened my mouth to shriek, and nothing came out. I was so scared, I literally lost my voice for a split second. I regained my breath, and I started screaming super, super, super loud. And my parents flew. They ran from the other end of the villa all the way to where I was in, flew in there to see what was going on. And now, of course, my dad thought I was kidding, because I used to be a big prankster, and I used to have spiders, rubber spiders with long legs that would hang from an elastic band and scare the crap out of people. So my dad thought I was pranking them. So he went to kick it off or, smack it off my legs. It fell to the ground and it opened its legs and it started to walk towards him. And he panicked, told my mom to turn the lights on. My mom shrieked. My dad steps on it. He had these flimsy little slippers. He steps on it and it just splatters everywhere. Needless to say, it took me almost a week or two to sleep in that room again until my dad fixed, because I had these blinds. There was these wooden blinds. And it was in the middle of summer, and we didn't have air conditioning. So I slept with the windows open, and the blinds were closed. But these are, wooden blinds that go like this. So there's obviously room for, a small insect to come through. But the bottom, there was a piece of wood that was missing. I'm assuming that's where he crawled through. And I had this yard outside that hadn't been cleaned or mowed, or anything like that. It was just like a lot of weed, a lot of grass. And so this thing came in and said good morning. That's my second fear. My third fear is swimming in the ocean, like deep swimming in the ocean. I'll just like go in up to my shins and that's about it. And my fear is the fishies, the fish and the sharks, most of all. I've seen one too many Jaws movies. And here's another story. When I went to Florida in 1994 and we went to go visit my grandmother in Orlando, we went to Disney World, and they had was it Typhoon Lagoon, and all these different little centers and stuff like that. So we went to this one place, and they had a man-made pond. It was a cold water pond. It was a huge pond, and you put on this half wetsuit and these flippers, and this you go snorkeling. So here I am thinking I'm learning how to snorkel. Well, they didn't tell me that there was fish in there. And the fish that were in there were tropical. Well, they weren't tropical because the water was cold. It was just a bunch of fish. And so let me tell you this. There was I didn't know. So I'm in the middle of this pond. And this thing was like, this was like a huge pond. I'm in the middle of the pond. First of all, I can't swim that well. Okay, I don't float. I can't tread water. I can't float. But these flippers were helping me. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. So here I am swimming. I'm under the water. This water's super dark. All of a sudden, I see this fish. This thing was this big. I mean, it was bigger than my head. This fat. It was gray. And it was like coming towards me. I thought it was a piranha. I literally screamed underwater. I was drowning with flippers on. I'm literally drowning because I panicked. They had to jump in and save me because I literally almost drowned in this man-made pond that was maybe, 6 feet? I'm 5'1.25". So here I am. They had to like drag me out. I drank water. I'm like, oh my God. So ever since then, and then watching all these stories about these, or all these movies about, piranhas, and, I do this to myself because I love watching it, and sharks and fish and, stuff like that. There's no way I'm going to go swimming into the ocean. And my husband's like, let's go scuba diving. I'm like, yeah, right. I'll have a panic attack underwater and just die right there. That's not how it works. So those are my 3 biggest fears. Whether I messed up on here or not, I don't care. So that's pretty much it. So we'll stay tuned for tomorrow. I have no idea what tomorrow's topic is, and I'm going to have to muster up for the next 30 days and do this. That way I can get over my fear of recording myself publicly and doing this. So for all my Facebook friends and family, I love you guys. Thank you for putting up with this. I cannot find the live button. I can't go live on Facebook. I have no idea where the live button is on my phone. So once I figure that out and find that, then I'll be going live, and then I want you guys to like put all those little hearts and those little things where they're like floating and stuff like that in comments. I think that would be really cool. Anyway, peace out. Love you guys. Pura vida. Thanks, Kat, for making me step out of my comfort zone. I love you. Not. I do.